There comes a moment in every man's life when he must decide who he truly is, a slave to his desires or a master of himself. The world around you whispers temptation in every corner, every screen, every fleeting glance. You see beauty, comfort, pleasure, all calling your name, promising fulfillment, yet leaving you emptier with each pursuit. The weak man runs toward it. The strong man stands still. He knows that not everything that glitters is gold, and not every spark deserves a flame. He understands that the most dangerous war is not fought with swords or armies, but within the silent chambers of his own mind. There is a power inside you, ancient, untamed, waiting to be disciplined. But the modern world has trained you to forget it. It has taught you to seek constant stimulation, to chase validation, to surrender your focus to the next distraction. You scroll, you desire, you envy, you consume, and in that cycle, your soul grows weaker. But the Stoic man, the one carved not from flesh, but from will, he resists. He turns his eyes away not because he fears beauty, but because he fears losing himself. Desire is not evil. It is energy. It is a force. But when ungoverned, it destroys. When mastered, it builds empires. The statue you see, cold, unyielding, immovable, it is not lifeless. It represents the spirit of every man who has chosen discipline over indulgence. He stands as a symbol of control in a world drunk on emotion. He does not need the world's approval, nor a woman's validation, nor the fleeting pleasure of lust. He is enough within himself, forged by silence, sharpened by struggle, and strengthened by solitude. The woman, beautiful and radiant, symbolizes temptation, the fire that tests your restraint. Her presence does not weaken him. It defines him, because in his stillness lies his strength. In his refusal lies his freedom. To control desire is not to reject life. It is to elevate it. It is to live on your terms, not enslaved by impulse. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most people spend their lives trying to control everything around them, other people, circumstances, outcomes, opinions. But the Stoic man knows the only battlefield worth mastering lies within. He learns to breathe when anger rises, to wait when impatience burns, to observe when lust calls. He does not act out of emotion. He acts out of purpose. His calmness is not emptiness. It is dominance. It is the quiet roar of a man who has mastered himself. The world mocks discipline because it fears it. The undisciplined man cannot understand why someone would say no to comfort, no to pleasure, no to the easy path. But discipline is not denial. It is direction. It is the art of saying not now to what is temporary, so that you may say forever to what is eternal. A man who cannot control his desire will be ruled by it, and no king serves two masters. Look around you. The most broken men are not the poor or the weak, but those who have everything yet cannot find peace. They have wealth, status, and pleasure, but no control, because control cannot be bought. It must be earned through suffering, through discipline, through the relentless choice to be better than you were yesterday. Every time you resist temptation, you grow stronger. Every time you say no to the easy pleasure, you build the muscle of will. Every time you turn your gaze inward, you silence the noise of the world and hear the voice of your true self, the voice that says, "You are more than your desire." This voice is quiet but powerful. It is the whisper that guided the Stoics through storms, that kept warriors calm before battle, that made emperors rule not with arrogance, but with wisdom. The Stoic man is not emotionless. He feels deeply, but he is not controlled by what he feels. He channels emotion into action, pain into purpose, and loneliness into growth. He does not run from temptation. He transforms it. He takes the fire of desire and uses it to forge discipline, focus, and strength. In a world that celebrates chaos, his calmness is rebellion. In a culture addicted to validation, his indifference is power. While others chase the warmth of the moment, he walks alone in the cold, and in that solitude, he finds clarity. For he knows that the man who stands alone stands strongest. Every glance, every trial, every rejection, they do not define him, they refine him. The more he is tested, the more he becomes unbreakable. He becomes like stone, not cold but eternal. The woman looks at him, perhaps wondering what kind of man can resist such beauty. But he is not resisting her. He is respecting himself. He sees beauty, but he does not need to possess it. He admires, but he does not crave, because he understands that what is truly beautiful cannot be owned. It can only be appreciated. Self-control is the highest form of power. A man who conquers kingdoms but cannot conquer his mind is no king at all. But a man who rules his thoughts, who governs his impulses, who remains unmoved amidst chaos, he is unstoppable. When you learn to control desire, you are no longer pulled by the world. You pull the world toward you. You become magnetic, not because you chase, but because you attract through presence, purpose, and peace. That is masculine energy at its highest form, silent, focused, dangerous, and disciplined. And the truth is, women feel that energy. The same energy that once burned in the eyes of philosophers, warriors, and emperors still lives in every man willing to rise above his impulses. So, look at this image, not as man versus woman, not as rejection or temptation, but as a reflection of your own battle. The woman represents what the world offers you. The statue represents what you could become. The question is, who wins? Will you crumble like clay or stand firm like stone? Will you chase pleasure or build power? Every choice you make defines your legacy. Every moment of weakness, every moment of control, they shape the man you are becoming. Remember this. The Stoic path is not easy, but it is worth it. Because when you master desire, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, you become untouchable. You will still feel desire, anger, sadness. You are human. But the difference lies in your reaction. The Stoic man does not fight emotion. He observes it, understands it, and lets it pass. He chooses reason over reaction, virtue over vanity, discipline over desire. The world will test him again and again, but he will not break, because he was never built to. He was carved from silence, molded by pain, and polished by patience. Like the statue, he stands, strong, still, eternal. The light may fade, the world may change, but his strength endures. For he is not driven by what he wants. He is defined by what he refuses to surrender. And that, my friend, is the Stoic way, the way of control, the way of peace, the way of power. Be the man who stands firm while others fall. Be the calm in the storm, the stone among shadows, the mind that cannot be moved. For the world belongs not to those who desire most, but to those who control their desires best.